what that transition allowed was for a clearing of the negativities in order to continue like on my path of positivity. And that's where we all were. Because we'd all, been picking up different negativities throughout, the past phase as we were like trying really hard to be responsible in our different responsibilities. And like, each of us were different too. Like, the one girl's like bigger responsibilities were with her daughters and with trying to build up her homestead. And the other girl's was with her ex and with her old friends and with her old lifestyle and with something new that she's trying to cultivate. And mine was with a past life of being a victim and coming into my own power to be able to move with confidence into my own destiny. And so we're all coming from a different point, but we're all trying to cultivate the same type of thing. And what I ended up walking away from there with was still this dogmatic stoicism. Like, it was good. It was necessary. It was, I'm on a mission and I've got things, responsibilities. I've got priorities. I've got these things that I need to complete, that I need to finish, which was true. But it was almost like I needed to have that like strong mindset about those things in order to reach this point. And now that I'm at this point, what I'm being asked to right now do is release all of it, like all of it, so that I can receive the new that's meant for me. Man, there's so much about where I was that when I took this trip and when I took this journey and when I started going and doing all of these things, like I did it so headstrong because I was like, I'll deal with that stuff when the time comes, I'll deal with it later. I got these things I need to focus on. And so that's what I've been dealing with the last few days. And I have been super emotional about it. As I've been going through this releasing process. It's not heavy. It's, there's weights being lifted, but it's still hard hitting. Well, it's not even, it doesn't feel like a weight on my heart. It feels as if my heart is being opened, and it's one of those things where like, if you have, scar tissue and you cut it open, like you don't really even, you don't feel certain parts because it's been numbed, but then you feel certain parts like extra intense. Just because the way that the nerves are all, the way that they healed. And the point of the process of cutting and reopening is so that I can heal back stronger, So I like need to feel all of those little nerve endings being split and like, man. I'm a real deep person, so like, I think everybody's experiencing the same energies that I'm going through because it's something that's happening universally. It's the fucking moon. It affects the water, it affects the gravity, and we are completely, tied into those things. So like we are all being affected. We're all going through the same process. But all of us is a little different and handles it differently. And like I have personalized all of these things. I personalized like the healing process in such a way that like when I got those scars, I personalized those scars. And I, can look at those scars even at myself and identify myself by them. I'm strong because I went through that thing. You can tell that I went through this thing and that I survived because I have this scar. I'm who I am because of all of the things that I've experienced. And it's not that those things aren't true, but it's that the person that I'm cultivating, the person that I'm stepping into, who I'm truly meant to be, only needed those things to get to this point, not to continue to be defined by them. And there's a codependency in me that gets hurt by that because I have attached myself to those things, you know? And I'm happy to release them. I'm happy to release all of this bullshit. I really, 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 really am. I'm so thankful. I'm so thankful to be in a position where I can recognize these things and I can be willing to go through this process and to experience these things and to level up in these ways. I'm thankful for it. I don't have anything else to say about it. You know, there isn't a but. Although I want to say it, there isn't. I can't say what tomorrow holds. I can't say what my future is going to look like. That's part of the fun. That's part of my adventure. You know, I don't have set goals. I don't have dreams and aspirations the way that it seems that most do. I don't think that that makes me bad or that makes other people bad or anything like that. It doesn't like set me so far apart or anything like that. I'm doing my work. Everybody else is doing theirs. Some of it looks different. Some of it looks the same. I'm meeting other people and I've met other people along this journey that are in the same exact position that I'm in. It just generally isn't the people that I have been surrounded with. And that's something that I'm trying to work on too, really, is like really considering who I surround myself with, what energies I surround myself with, what energies I consume, what I'm willing to accept, what I'm willing to make excuses for. You know, that's been a big one. As I come into a sense of my own value, it's like, that's everything. Like what I've been making excuses for, what I've been trying to, yeah, because I'm okay with myself and I've learned how to express myself openly about most things. And yeah, I'm not like trying to hide anything. I'm not like trying to pretend to be anything. I don't have a problem if people judge me or if people don't like my shit or what. Like, I don't care. But I care about people. I care that I don't like hurt people or offend people or lead people astray, and like I've taken full responsibility for that. And like now I'm coming to a point where like there's that pull of like that's where I've always been and that's where my head has always been, is to take responsibility for these things. But I'm like, no, like I know for a fact that this transition is supposed to be me as a healer releasing all of that shit so that I can actually take on new forms, new things that need to be healed. I can actually do my work. What I have right now and that I'm releasing is these old attachments that are sticky and clingy and have built themselves up like little beetles, just, you know, getting all of this like, you know, dirt or whatever on their backs and just like building themselves up bigger and bigger, so that I like think that I'm carrying all of these different things and that I'm doing all these different things and I'm accomplishing all these different things, when really there's just like 3 fucking parasitic entities that are just feeding off of everything that I'm doing. My success, my love, my you know, my passion, my creativity. It's quite a process because like I know that this is going to change like my sexuality in so many ways, but at the same time, like I can't say for certain that I'm not just going to become an incredible, a more sexually expressive person, and sexually open. And I don't know. I struggle with these things because like I've longed for like a committed relationship. But that longing has never served me, and it's actually driven me like in so many dumb fucking directions, and it's really distracted me from like being able to take care of myself and being able to progress. And like if I would quit fucking like clinging to these people that don't even really care about me, I can only imagine how much further I'd be at this point. You know, that romanticism, like it isn't doing me any good. So it's hard because like I do believe that like at the same time, like I'm actively coming into a point where I can actually facilitate a healthy romantic relationship now that I couldn't have prior. And I'm thankful for that. But at the same time, like, it's only because that's not what I'm seeking. That's not what I'm actively even like. It's not that I'm not open to it. It's not that I'm not open to it, but I definitely got a lot of different, not walls up necessarily, but like boundaries about those things. And like, I mean, yeah, my focus is shifting to like me truly being responsible for me, not being responsible for anybody else. Not being responsible for anybody else. It's really, really hard to watch. I care about people. I just care about people, and it's hard to watch people that you care for hurt themselves or do things that you know are gonna, make things only harder on them and stuff. But like, who the fuck am I to take their experience away from them? Everything I've learned through my bullshit. I've learned through my stupid mistakes. I've learned through all of the crazy shit I've been through that almost killed me. So like, if I can be proud of who I am today, and it's been through all of those things, then who am I to stop that from other people? But at the same time, I can recognize now that like where I'm at now isn't in that same place either. What I was talking about in this other video before it cut out was that my concept was always to make the most of what you're given. And what that looked like for all of my life up until now, up until like this past year, what that always, maybe past couple years, I guess, and I just really didn't see it that way. But like what it looked like for a really long time was me pulling positivity out of negativity, right? Like I was having negative experiences. I was being actively abused, actively taken advantage of, lied to, cheated on, stolen from, like you name it. And I was letting those negative experiences cultivate a patience and a forgiveness in myself, and like a strength and fortitude in of myself. But what I'm working on now is like a genuine integrity that did not allow me space for, where now I can see that I no longer have to make the most out of negativity. I don't even have to receive it. I have good things coming to me. I have blessings all around me that I can receive and make the most of. And it's a choice of what I put my energy into. And so if I put my energy into actively receiving negativity, yeah, I already know that I can make good things out of that. But that's work that I have to put in order to get good things. And the good that comes out of it always comes with some sense of remorse for the work that I had to do in order to get there. You know what I mean? And like, why would I want to have to actively destroy what I've been given in order to turn it into something good when I could just actively receive what's being given just as it is? Like this mindset of always eating McDonald's because it was food. I mean, if I'm starving, McDonald's hits, right? Like at least it's something. And there's been so many times that I've been starving. And so I would eat McDonald's because I could get it for free on the app. I could do different things or whatever, get it for really cheap. And like, but it always leaves my body having to process through a whole bunch of bullshit. And really, I'm only getting so many nutrients, if any, at this point out of it. You know what I mean? When like, well, how much better is it to just get like a fucking real meal that was like plucked from the garden you were just working in? Why would I choose that when I could have that? And that's what's crazy. I mean, that's the whole thing about it. I don't want to demonize things anymore. I don't want to damn things. Like everything is so fucking good. It really is. It's that weird negativity that makes me want to think that I can't appreciate fucking everything that I don't want anything to do with. Because I can appreciate it all. And I have, but I don't want to just appreciate the bad things. I don't want to leave a space for people that are intending harm to be able to give me shit just because I'm strong enough that I can make something good of it. Just because I can survive something doesn't mean I should have to, and like, I want to be cared for. So I need to care for myself. Period. I don't need to ask somebody else to care for me. I'm not going to make demands from anybody else. If I'm really, truly